GATE aspirant. Time management in GATE examination. In my opinion, after interacting with thousands of students, honestly, time is not a constraint in GATE examination. 65 questions, 3 hours. Those students who had enough preparation and practice, time is not a constraint. But in spite of that, I want to give some of the suggestions based on the types of questions with respect to this GATE examination. Okay, right. Why time management matters in GATE? So you all know the competition is high. No, sir, for the last few years, the number of GATE aspirants are decreasing. True. In spite of that, I can say that heavy competition is there compared to number of seats in IITs, NITs, or jobs in public sector undertakings. So it is a relatively high competition, right? So you have a number of subjects also. What happens, majority students will be strong in some subjects, weak in some other subjects. Then, how much time is to be spent in a question of a particular subject? It matters. Time directly impacts accuracy and performance. See here, two aspects are there. Some students will be in too much rush. I should complete the paper in 1 hour or 1.5 hours. So they try to finish the questions without even proper reading. See, in every question there will be some keywords. You please have keywords in your mind. So read the question properly. Don't rush up. Don't have a mad rush. So read the question properly and try to attempt it. Right. It helps reduce the stress and improves focus. See, some students, what they say, see, my favorite subject is so and so. Say you are an electronics and communication engineering. EDC is my favorite subject. Mechanical, thermal is my favorite subject. So what they do, once they see that question, even though it is a tough, they think that they will have ego clash. Yeah, thermal is my favorite subject. At any cost, I will solve it. So this type of ego, what happens? People start taking more time. See, suppose even you have not completed 50% of the paper in 2 hours. In last 1 hour, it leads to a panic situation. Okay, so maintain proper time for a particular question. Right. Now, GATE examination pattern, most of you know, it is, as I said, 65 questions, 100 marks. The general aptitude carries 15 marks. 5 1-mark question, 5 2-mark question. Very important. You know, the qualifying mark, even for open category, is roughly around 30. Sometimes it will be even 25 also in case paper is tough. So 25 to 35, let us say median 30. 15 marks. Very important. Even though you are weak in technical subjects, with the help of aptitude, see, you might have prepared thoroughly even for your campus placements also. So don't neglect aptitude. Next, respect to engineering discipline. Sir, what happened to mathematics? See, in the GATE exam paper, aptitude is given as one section. Of course, aptitude means including English. Maths is included as an engineering subject. So there will be 25 1-mark questions, 32 marks question, 55 questions including maths. Then what is the weightage of marks? Mathematics, sir. 13 marks minimum. Sometimes it may go up to 15 marks also. If you are strong in maths, if you are strong in general aptitude, roughly around 25 to 30 marks. If you can score 20 plus marks, then technical, some few questions, if you can answer properly, 30 plus marks. If you are qualified in GATE exam, you will get a MTech seat in some government college. Damn sure. 12,400 rupees stipend per month. If you want to go for a direct PhD in some premier institutions, roughly around 35,000 per month. After 2 years, I think it is around 42,000 rupees. So qualifying in GATE exam is not that much difficult if you are strong in general aptitude and mathematics, right? What about negative marking? For multiple choice questions, 1 mark question, 1/3, 2 marks, 2/3. There is no negative marking for numerical answer type and multiple select questions, MSQs. Okay, right. Now, in the GATE exam, for the last 8 to 9 years, all questions are categorized into 4 types. This is given in GATE brochure itself. One is recall, second is comprehension, third is application, the fourth is analysis and synthesis. In GATE brochure, they have given examples for these things. Anyway, now I will introduce our faculty member, Mr. Aditya, who will explain these 4 categories using the questions of previous GATE mathematics. He will take care of those 4 types in detail. Okay?
Let's look at the recall type of questions. So look at the description. So they say test basic memory and direct knowledge of the facts, principles, formulas or laws. So and then they say skills required, memorization, quick retrieval of the information and simple computations. So let me show you one such question here which was asked in GATE 2024. The question is the product of all the eigenvalues of the matrix is. So we all know the product of eigenvalues is equal to the determinant of the matrix. So if you can find the determinant, it's over. So let me show you how to find the determinant. So this is 1 into, so it's 45 minus 48 minus 2 into, so 36 minus 42 plus 3 into 32 minus 35. So let's see what would be this answer. This is minus 3. This is plus 12. This is minus, okay, this is minus 9. So look at this. So minus 9 minus 3 minus 9 is minus 12. Minus 12 plus 12 is 0. So the determinant is 0. Therefore, the product of the eigenvalues is also 0. The answer is option B. This should not take more than a minute. So where you need to know the fact that the product of the eigenvalues is equal to the determinant and you have to do this computation in less than a minute. Let's look at the second type of question which they call as comprehension. So they say assess understanding of the fundamental concepts and ability to draw the logical conclusions. So what are the skills required? Conceptual clarity and the ability to connect basic ideas. Students, let me show you one example on this. So this can be in your core topics. So I'm just taking some mathematics questions so that I can address all the students. When 6 unbiased dice are rolled simultaneously, the probability of getting all distinct numbers is 6 unbiased dice are rolled. So when one die is rolled, you have 6 possibilities, but here 6 unbiased dice are rolled. So do you know how many sample points are there? The number of sample points are 6 power 6. So total outcomes are 6 power 6. Now what we want? The probability of getting all distinct numbers. So how do you get this? I want all distinct numbers. So just imagine like this. So I have 6 places like this. So I need distinct numbers. So this place can be filled in 6 ways because there are 6 numbers available to me, 1, 2 up to 6. So you have already put a number there. So there are 5 more numbers left over. This can be filled in 5 ways. You already kept 2 numbers there. There are 4 more numbers. So this can be filled in 4 ways, 3 ways, 2 ways, 1. So this would be the, if you just multiply them, it would give you the favorable cases. So what's the answer now? So what's the answer? It is 6 into 5 into 4 into 3 into 2 into 1 by 6 power 6. It can be written like this. So this cancels, this cancels. So 2s are, 3s are, this cancels this 3 times. 6 into 6 is 36. 36 into 9. So just find this 36 into 9. So 54. So 27, 32. So the favorable cases are 322 and the total, sorry, not favorable cases. So the numerator, is 5 and the denominator, like 3 into 3 into 6 into 6 is 324. So what's the answer? So it's 5 by 324. So you should connect these concepts. So what concepts is, you should know what happens if 6 dice are rolled. Okay, so here product rule is used, so you should know what is product rule. So why product, why not addition? So you must know these basic concepts. So let's go to the next category where they say it is about application. Let's read a description. Evaluate the ability to apply knowledge to solve problems through computation or reasoning. What skills are required? Analytical thinking, mathematical problem solving, and logical reasoning. So the first category which was recall, which I mean it doesn't take much time. Even the comprehension will not take much time. Now whenever you need analytical thinking, this might take a time. Okay, this might take a little bit time. So it's like already sir said, GK sir said that easy questions you have to solve quickly so that you will have some time for these questions. So let me show you one of the question. So this they gave in the brochure, but let me explain the mathematics question. So this was asked in GATE examination. You know what? This connects all the concepts in linear algebra, So this needs a great understanding. So needs lot of analytical skills. So what do they say? They say let C1, C2 up to Cn be scalars not all 0, such that summation I from 1 to n Ci Ai is 0, where Ai are nothing but the column vectors itself. So and then they say consider the set of linear equations Ax equal to b, where A is nothing but it is containing the columns A1, A2 up to An. And then they are saying that B is summation I from 1 to n Ai, the set of equations has, and various options are given. So this is one of the brilliant problems asked in the GATE examination from linear algebra, where a lot of analytical skills are needed. So now, let's see what's the first equation they gave. They gave summation I from 1 to n Ci Ai equal to 0 vector. You expand the summation C1 A1 plus C2 A2 plus so on plus Cn An has to be 0. And they clearly said C1, C2 up to Cn are scalars, not all 0. So I can definitely say some of them are definitely non-zero scalars. Now when you say there are non-zero scalars which satisfy this homogeneous equation, definitely A1, A2 up to An are linearly dependent vectors. So what's the conclusion drawn? A1, A2 up to An are linearly dependent vectors. The problem is not yet solved. This conclusion might help you in the next part. Now when you say they are linearly dependent, do you know what is the determinant of A? The determinant of A is 0. And do you know what's the rank? The rank of A, because the determinant is 0, the rank is less than the number of variables. Students, you know why the determinant is 0? Because the vectors are linearly dependent. So this might help you in solving the next part of the question. So what else they say? They gave another system called Ax equal to b. So what are they talking about? They are talking about Ax equal to b, and they also said that b is summation I from 1 to n ai. Let's expand the summation. It's like a1 plus a2 plus so on an. Now can you read this in sentence? There's an equation there written. Can you read it in the sentence form? I'll read it like this. B is linear combination of columns of A. Come on, how do you read it? B is linear combination of columns of A. When someone says in this Ax equal to B, B is linear combination of columns of A, definitely that system is consistent. So one thing is clear, this system is consistent. It will have at least one solution. it will have at least one solution. Now what solution? So it is either unique solution or infinitely many solutions. So now I also know that the rank of A, see how the conclusions drawn before, so which will help you here. Rank of A is less than n. See, two things we are very clear. Once you say that it is consistent and rank of A is less than n, it is definitely having infinite number of solutions. For unique solution, rank of A must be equal to n. So that's not going to happen. Since rank of A is less than n, it has got infinitely many solutions. See what analytical skills are needed here. You need to know about the linearly dependent vectors. You need to know about the determinant, rank, and then system of linear equations. This question needs great analytical skills. Maybe this might take 2 to 3 minutes or more than that. If you can save your time in easy questions, then you get ideas to solve this kind of questions. So let's look at this analysis and synthesis. Test higher order thinking skills by requiring candidates to analyze data, diagrams, scenarios, and synthesizing information. Critical thinking is needed, data interpretation is needed, assumption, identification, and information synthesis is needed. So let me show you. Sometimes the diagrams, if you can draw some simple diagrams, it can give you the answer very quickly. So higher order thinking skills are needed, whether it is mathematics or engineering subjects or any other subject. Higher order thinking is needed. This will also take time. So if you can decode what's the logic, these kind of questions can also be solved quickly. So this is one of such question that I found, GATE 2024. It says let f be a function from R to R such that f of x is maximum of x comma x cube, where x belongs to the real numbers, where R is the set of all real numbers. The set of all points where f of x is not differentiable is. So now those who are good with the basics, those who know how to draw simple graphs will easily solve this kind of questions. So what's written there? Max of x comma x cube. What is f of x? It is max of x comma x cube. Can you draw y equal to x graph? Can you draw y equal to x cube graph? If you can draw them, you have almost got the answer. So let's see, how do we solve this? Can you draw a neat graph of y equal to x? Let me try. First, let me try y equal to x. So y equal to x is a straight line passing through origin like this. It's a straight line passing through origin. You write like this. This is y equal to x. Can you draw y equal to x cube graph? Yes, I can draw it. Y equal to x cube. So most of the students know how does y equal to x cube look. Let me try. Approximate graph. Approximate graph. Now you know what they are saying. You have to pick the maximum among x and x cube. You have to pick maximum among x and x cube. So I'll try to pick that. Before that, can you find this intersecting point? Obviously both pass through origin, so this is clearly 0 comma 0, or the value of x is 0 here. Can you find this intersecting point? Can you find this intersecting point? Maybe this might give you the answer. So to find that, what we can do is, since the two curves are intersecting, you can equate them. X equal to x cube. This is like x cube minus x equal to 0. X common, then x square minus 1 equal to 0. What are the values of x? 0, 1, minus 1. So what are the intersecting points? What is this intersecting point? This intersecting point is 1 comma 0, or I just need the value, I just need the x coordinate here. So what's the x coordinate? It is 1. I just need the x coordinate here. What is that? It is minus 1. And I need the x coordinate here, 0. Now this is how the two functions are drawn. Now what you have to do is, you have to pick the maximum. You have to pick the maximum among the two functions. I'm just extending the straight line. So how do you pick the maximum? Come on, compare among these two. To the left side of minus 1, who is the higher function or the larger function? So obviously this is the larger function, because you have to pick the maximum among them. Come on, from minus 1 to 0, which is the upper curve? Come on, answer it. Who is the upper curve? This is the upper curve. Come on, from 0 to 1, which is the upper curve? This is the upper curve. To the right side of 1, which is the upper curve? So this is the upper curve. Now can you see what I have drawn in red? So what is the thing that is drawn in red? So this is what is drawn in red. Now clearly there is a sharp edge here. There is an edge here. There is an edge here. Now, wherever you have sharp edges, there the function is not differentiable because the two functions are intersecting. So this is going like this, whereas this is going like this, and you created a new function like this by saying max of x comma x cube. There is a sharp edge here, here, here. What are those points? Minus 1, 0, 1. At these points, the function is not differentiable. This is your answer. See how many skills are needed? Sometimes drawing the graph. For example, here you do a lot of mathematics, it is going to take a lot of time. If you can draw the graphs like this, interpret the data, things can be solved in quick time. So these are the various types of questions. So if you prepare this way, you will definitely crack the exam.
Thank you, Aditya. I hope our Aditya Sir explained the 4 types of questions in GATE exam using mathematics. Okay, solving the paper, few tips. Sir, we know. Please have patience. Start with easy questions to build confidence. See, there is one saying, how many questions you have answered correctly? That is important. No, sir, I am very strong in thermal engineering of mechanical. I could solve all the questions of thermal engineering. I neglected other questions. No use. Which subject questions you have attempted? I am least bothered. How many marks you finally get? That is important. So, first easy question. I told you, time is not a constraint. You can scroll. You can review later also. Solve easy questions first to build the confidence. Allocate time per section or question. 65 questions, 100 marks, 3 hours, 180 minutes. Per 1 mark, 1.8 means it is about 90 seconds. But what I advise, try to finish off the paper in 2.5 hours or 2 hours, 40 minutes. 20 to 30 minutes, keep it for a review. Okay? So, you can understand now, for a 1 mark, 90 seconds approximately. Suppose some tough question of 1 mark is there. You can go for 2 minutes. See, some of our faculty friends say that there are sometimes easy direct questions. There, yes, you can finish off within 1 minute also. Save time in some very easy questions. Use it for tough questions. So, don't spend more than 2-3 minutes for any question. Otherwise, it is nothing but digging our own grave, because you can't complete major paper in time. So, it leads to stress. Okay? Right. So, avoid common pitfalls. Wasting time on unsolvable questions. Sometimes a question will be very lengthy. To read itself, it takes more time. Assume it comes from an area in which you are not confident. Push it out. Don't try to read also. Waste of time. Okay? So, ignoring instructions or misreading questions. I told you earlier, read the question properly. At the same time, instructions also read. Sometimes instructions may change. So, skipping review time. See, just till the last second, don't spend on solving the question. Keep some time, valuable time of 20 minutes to 30 minutes for your review. So, overthinking and panicking, heavens will not fall down. See, if a paper is tough, it is tough for everyone. It is a relative one. Have that feeling, then your stress level will come down. Okay. So, practice for perfection. Take regular mock tests. So, solving the mock test, attempting the mock test, keeping time schedule is one of the major reason for success of toppers. Those who think that I know syndrome, without practice, they fail in the exam hall, even if they are confident in the subject. So, analyze mistakes and improve speed. It is called mistake notes. If you attempt number of mock tests, you have committed a mistake. Why I have committed a mistake? Try to find the reason and don't try to repeat it. So, develop questions prioritization skills. I told you in the exam paper, easy questions first, scoring questions first. That is the best way. Okay, right? So, achieve your best with time discipline. So, in a nutshell, In the exam hall, try to be calm, cool. Kuch nahi hota. Heavens will not fall down. If not this exam, some other exam. Nothing will happen. But you be balanced and attempt the exam. Okay? Right? All the best. God bless you.